5 years to get going. I'm gonna make sure Eden's going to bed, and I'm gonna go take a piss, so it won't be more than like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Same with the game. Let me into the game. Goddamn. Oh, look at that. It still hasn't loaded me into the game. I can't even choose a character yet. How much is this game storage wise? Because I am half tempted to fucking start to move it over to my SSD. Let's see. Alright, I'm in the game now. Let's see. Destiny. Let's see. Properties. Local files. It is 60 some gigs. How long would it take me to move folders over? Probably the same as downloading, right? Cookie? Cookie? You're muted.
Farms like the free rewards or whatever, so they keep resetting. So your like first game, you're fighting for your life, which it shouldn't. That your first game should not be the hardest. It should be the opposite. Right? Yeah.
Is it one key from the keeper? Or one
It
key
looks
a
like
party member?
it looks like it's one key,
That hurts my feelings.
but I don't. It doesn't say anything about not being able to do it multiple times, and whether or not how many people
Or is it
have
a
to
key
go
per
in it.
story?
I think it said key for completing all of the stories that were
That were
empty.
given to you. Not empty ones, just the ones given.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. It's a very interesting item, Austin. I'm really glad you stopped me from opening it.
Mm-hmm.
Had you?
Otherwise, you would have immediately been sucked in, and I wouldn't. And nobody. I'm like, okay, promptu, and now there's definitely no way that Katsu would have.
Jerome would have just been inside the book and they would have been carrying him because I would have been the only one there, Austin.
And they wouldn't have fucking. They wouldn't have decided. It would have been depending on whether or not they decided to read it with you or leave you there.
You just shut the book and take me with them. What's he doing? So, it comes back. So, guys, got good news, I've got bad news.
I just don't know whether or not.
Does it affect elves?
Hello.
I just went to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Does it affect elves?
Maybe I don't know.
No,
How do I?
Asleep.
No, what?
The book.
What do you mean it had to be asleep? No, it doesn't. You get sucked into the book.
Slowly fall asleep and awaken inside the book. And elves can't be put to sleep by magical means.
I would say this would be different.
That makes sense. I just thought you should be prepared.
How do I see how many I have in one games are in one of like where each game is downloaded to? Let's see. I'm trying to move Destiny over to my SSD because I've been having so many problems with it. Let's see. It's in 64, then Steam. How many games do I have in here? Steam app. How do I? Does not tell me how many games are where.
Here, watch my thing real quick. So your go to properties, local files, move install folder, I think.
Yeah, I need to free up. I don't know how many from my C drive. Apparently. Let's see. That's not what I. Okay, that's not what I wanted from that. Storage. Storage uses on other device. The storage. Okay. Need to somehow delete all the apps that I have on here. Size. What is all downloaded on here anyway? That doesn't seem right. This makes no sense. I can't. Okay, never mind then. I literally do not apparently have the space to move it over. Did you move us over to the chill chat?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Let's see. Because according to my system storage itself, I do not have any games downloaded onto my C drive, except for Minecraft, which is only like 2 megabytes. And I need to clear out 60 gigs, at least. Let's see. So, what we can do, if you're up for it, grind out hammer for charges, and then do gambit in between whenever we need gold. Hey, Damien. Does that sound good? Or whatever else we want to do, that is.
What was it you were saying again? Sorry.
Do hammer charges for do hammer charges and then do like gambit to get cabal gold in between.
Okay.
Or something else. I know you were saying that you were wanting to grind out gambit.
Fine with whatever.
Ugh. And the game also fucking threw me from the game. So that's why I was like, fuck it, I'll just close it out. Let's see what all I have. Let's see if I can move it over. Oh well. I also have music finally. I stole one of Eden's earbuds so that way I could listen to music while we grind out. Let's see. We're getting closer to 100, though, Cook. I think we're gonna. This will be the first season pass that I actually max out. If at this rate. Okay. Or we could do Crucible, since I think both of us still need to do Showdown. And then the competitive Crucible. Right? We both need to do Showdown and competitive, right? Crucible? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Might be something. How much gold do you get? Do you have enough?
I'm full on gold.
You're full? Okay. I'm close to full. I have enough to do, I think, 3. Because I've already slotted one in and I'm near full again. Let's see, barrier and unstoppable. Do I have anything that goes against unstoppable? That's the question. I don't think I do, actually. Fuck it. I'll be our barrier guy at least. Oh no. I just need solar melee apparently, but I'm not running solar. That's quick.
All right, Guardian. The Cabal are determined to dig up something bad, and they've got the head start. They're gonna need to hustle.
I beat
to
my
close
first
the
raid
gap.
today.
Oh, did you?
Yes, it was a 12-man.
12? Wait, what?
Yes, a 12-man. There's a glitch. We 12-manned the, what was it? The one on Europa.
Deepstone.
Yeah, Deepstone. We 12-man Deepstone. It was a complete mess because we had 5 people all with similar names. So, if one person was calling out to another person, we had to basically almost assign numbers to ourselves.
Jesus.
We didn't, but we almost had to because of how confusing it was.
But you did it. See? How hard was that? You had to go to resort to a glitch, but you did get your raid in.
Yeah.
I told you it wasn't that hard. You just need, like the.
They explained absolutely nothing to me.
Oh, well, I'm not that surprised in all honesty. Oh,
Well,
damn.
don't worry. We still were able to one-tap every single area. Because we had 12 people working.
Surprised you guys actually managed to get past the one where you had to shoot the correct ones. I'm surprised that nobody.
We only fucked up that one actually once. That was the only one we fucked up, and that was because the person making the call-outs miscalled it out. They called out, I think it was 2 instead of... They called out 2-3 instead of 3-4. Because they were making a guess. They called it, I think it was 3 or 2-3 or 3-2 or whatever instead of 3-4. That got us killed once. The other team wipes, the only team wipe was a meme. So yeah, if you ever want to do a 12-man raid and you got a bunch of people, I know how to do it.
I'm good. I'll be honest.
It is chaos, it is beautiful. Mind if I join you after that mission?
Yeah, sure. No, you're not allowed. You cheated in the game. Let's see. You're really quiet for me here for some reason. Part of it's probably just the fact that I have an earbud in, so half of my fucking hearing is gone.
Probably.
So I might have to. I'll probably be asking you guys to repeat some things if I can't hear you.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Just give me a second. I just gotta change out my weapons again.
Yep.
Because I'm on my hunter, and I moved all of my powerful shit for raids over to my fucking hunter.
Yep. I mean, I wasn't able to hit 1300 with my Titan, but because I already had the weapons pretty high up there, me and Cookie were able to hit 1300 today.
Nice. I'm able to hit like 1,280. It may not seem like an achievement, but it is an achievement for me.
1,200? Oh, yeah. That's correct. I don't know why my brain didn't fucking understand what you meant.
Wait, your brain starts short circuiting on you?
Yeah, something like that. All that, and I'm listening to music, so I didn't fully understand what you're like. What?
Oh yeah. Zer's on the EDZ if you want to go.
Already did it.
West. Grab the another of it.
No, I don't think he allows you to.
He does.
He didn't let me.
You kind of have to spend your thing first.
I did.
Huh. Maybe they changed it then. We're talking about the exotic cipher, right?
Yep. I spent one, and then I grabbed the one that I completed.
Alright.
I will say, this game is... It's not the fact that this game gets boring after a time, but it's so much more refreshing whenever you get... Oh, Jesus. Alright, he just fucking disappeared. When you're actually able to listen to music. That's the one thing I miss from starting streaming.
Then they're groping around in the dark,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Sounds like there's plenty else they could find around here.
If I
Keep
wasn't
pushing,
able
Guardian.
to listen to music while I played this shit, I would go insane. Because it is that monotonous.
Welcome to my life. And I'm still better than you at this game. Maybe that's why, because I can actually focus on it or something. I don't know. Maybe that's why. I've been able to hyper-focus because of it.
I don't really like to hyper-focus on the game, which is why I like to listen to music.
Me and Cookie do. That's why he played fucking Valheim 2 weeks straight until he beat it. And now we've just been doing the same to Destiny because we're waiting for Hearth and Home. Right, Cookie?
Yeah, the reason why... I just don't like hyper-focusing any game.
It's not healthy or good, but... Yeah.
I don't like it because it's the same thing about 100%ing a game. The only games I ever 100% are ones that I find are fun to 100%, like for example Mario Galaxy. Mario games are actually fun to 100% because it's just a light challenge that you can do in your off time. Compare that to a game with achievements that's on Steam, like, oh, I don't know, A Hat in Time, and you have to put yourself through endless agony just 100%. Don't get me wrong, love the game, love the Seal the Deal DLC, hate the fucking achievements. Because in order to get one of the achievements, you have to literally beat every boss at the same during one. Okay, so there's a Seal the Deal. You already know about Hat in Time.
Nope. I've never. I know about the game. I don't really care about the story. I'll be honest. Just because I'm not planning on playing it.
Well, as in gameplay wise, this is like a DLC extra thing. You just have to fight every boss at the same fucking time. It's a really good boss fight. The only problem is, in order to get one of the achievements, you have to beat every single boss in the exact order in which they come in the story.
That doesn't sound that hard.
It is hard for the sole reason of it is micromanaging bosses that are heavily AoE, mixed in with heavily precise platforming, mixed in with dodging more AoE, mixed in with dodging even more fucking AoE. And That's not including attacks that are very quick to come out, very annoying, and absolutely there just to deal damage. Because you have to fight the Mafia Meatball Man. You have to fight Snatcher, the Toilet, if I remember right, is one of these bosses. You have to fight Mustache Girl. You have to fight DJ Grooves and the Conductor at the same time, or one or the other. I cannot remember. I'm trying to remember them all because you have to fight all of them, and there's one more. And no, there's one or two more, and I cannot remember them for the fucking life of me. But yeah, the sole reason why the final boss is easier is because you get a Deus Ex Machina move at the final phase, basically, where you get consistent health regen. Because everyone else in the crowd starts killing themselves to throw their health pawns at you.
You know, I'm surprised, Osiris. Once upon a time, a place like this would have set you
It
off.
is that much damage that the boss can pump out, and yet they don't give that to you in this fight.
Other stuff no one understands but you.
Yes. Well,
So whatever health you have,
research is
you're
far
stuck
less
with.
appealing without an assistant to confer with.
Oh,
And you're stuck with
Yeah.
4 health.
that makes sense.
Unless we go assisted mode, then you get 8 health plus regen if you decide to take your hands off the keyboard for a few seconds and miraculously don't take damage.
Alright, you should be able to join in.
Alright, I'm just throwing some weapons in the vault and then moving over to my warlock, grabbing those weapons. You know the deal.
I think I might go to bed.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm really tired.
Okay, man.
Depending on when I wake up, I'll be on all day, of course. So
Okay. I don't work until the afternoon, so I'll be on before I probably won't stay up too much later. Probably stay on for another hour, maybe 2, depending on how I'm feeling.
all right. See you tomorrow.
Hey, man. Hope you're feeling better in the morning.
Hopefully.
See ya, Cookie.
See ya.
Ooh.
But yeah, my max power level is now 1,280. So,
Nice.
I'm happy.
Mine's 1303 right now, or 1292 technically without the artifact.
Alright.
You got your hammer slotted?
Oh, no, I don't.
What's up?
Should I activate your PS4 as your primary?
Oh,
PS4?
I already have my maxed hammer
It
charges.
should already be my primary.
But it's not acting like it is, which is why I'm bringing this up.
My PlayStation account's been being weird, which is why I'm half tempted when I get a PlayStation 5 to make a new fucking account. Because I've tried like changing the password to everything.
Doesn't it gonna watch Demon Slayer again?
But yeah, activate as primary.
I did have to do that real quick. I didn't know if you had some reason it wasn't.
No,
didn't know
I
if you-
don't. I've been fighting for control of that thing for a while. That's why I kind of stopped playing PlayStation.
Putting out there what I've noticed.
Yeah, I know.
Trying to put
Yeah.
Crunchyroll on. It's like, no! I'm like, shit's not adding up. 2 + 2 is 4, not 7.
You still might need to log into Crunchyroll, but because
You can live
Crunchyroll
with
likes to be
ads.
weird, huh?
He can live with that.
Fair enough.
Cabal Scions have already cracked their outer security layer. The Vex network is compromised, so move fast.
Imperial reinforcements have arrived. They know we're coming. Show them the futility of foresight.
Hey, let's go move over to the cage real quick.
Okay.
Is Irby? Oh, he's not in this chat. Oh.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Man, I love using the sweet business. Reloading? What's that? It fires $400,000 worth of
Snoopy! It's hey, Weeb.
rounds.
You murderous bastard! Fuck you, Snoopy!
Just get into the sorry.
Huh?
I got precision kills with a...
Move Justin to the rage cage.
Oh, is he? He can't join in, can he?
No, he cannot.
Aiden.
I forgot that you were not allowed in here.
Oh, yeah, I mentioned to him that your character actually has a backstory.
Yeah, because I never received the backstory.
Oh yeah, because the part of the backstory that I gave you the part of the backstory that would actually matter for this game. Because I didn't.
Did you? I don't ever remember.
It was pretty much just the fact that he travels around a lot. And that's the reason why.
I told him the part that you seem to think wasn't relevant, and he seems to think it's very relevant.
Oh, you mean the whole demons destroying his home and his family, and the fact that him and Rohorn are brothers, and
yeah.
they both.
I did not hear that first part.
I told him about the brothers thing.
Yeah. So
Hey, Justin, you want to join us?
I don't think he plays Destiny.
No, I don't.
Destiny's a fucking whack-ass game anyway.
You're whack.
I know.
It is a whack game,
Here,
but it is
let me
also a
pause.
fun game.
Weeb says hi, by the way, Eden.
Hi, Weeb.
All right, I paused my music so that way I can actually focus on talking for a moment. He found that rather important. Oh, well.
I'm gonna have to talk to Josh about this too.
About
Yeah.
my backstory? About what?
Josh wants,
Eventually.
he wants more of y'all's
Josh
backstories.
knows something that you
I like the sound of that.
don't. Yes, you should be scared. Hold on, I need my notebook.
Like part. Okay.
There you are, you bastard.
Like part of it was like when you were asking me questions for like the whole library thing, I was like, was this information that I need to know like while I was infiltrating it? Because not knowing whether or not this place is like sacred or special or anything like that, I don't know if there's a certain etiquette that I need to propose to myself while being there, like no lies can happen here, or any information that you take you also must update, sort of thing, or gain something like that. The way you left it, I'm like unless I need to leave the information there, I don't see what helpful it would be to leave the knowledge of where all the stones are and how where we obtain them and all that. Like unless something that I as player don't know, but my character would know as something for.
It's
like,
not that important.
Okay.
I was just curious of what you would do there. And I do have,
because like
set in stone, the information that you will gather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the other thing is like, once his purpose with the stone is complete, because he doesn't want to keep the stone forever, just long enough to finish, until he's tired of playing babysitter to the world, pretty much.
Okay. What do you think Saul's life goal is? Something that he would really love.
To be a dick and somehow
the greatest desire of his heart.
To be as much of a dick as possible and still be able to believe that he is objectively right in every situation.
While jokingly, yes. In all honesty, he doesn't really have a purpose. He's kind of just been aimless. Like, that's why he kind of clung to the idea of the swords that were not really given to him, but he found and he was able to use.
He's driven enough to give a child a chance to kill their father.
Who he thought correctly was abusing him.
He clearly has some sort of agenda, whether it's
what does he
narrow or
want?
broad.
What is, in acting terms, what is his super objective?
I've never heard of that, actually. I've never heard of his super objective.
What's your
It's
motivation?
his overall biggest goal.
Motivation in life.
In all honesty, I don't think Saul has one at this point in
It
time.
doesn't necessarily have to be like a solid goal of like achieving
It
this.
can be a vague
doing
idea
that.
as well.
A vague?
A vague idea?
Yeah.
Vague.
Like, for example,
Vague.
a purpose,
Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm actually struggling to come up with an idea that would make sense.
I don't know, Justin. What do you think his shit is based on what you've seen of him?
Like, cause you know the whole concept or how I play him is like I just wanted to make a twist on the idea of the old man from the original Legend of Zelda games, where it's like, here, small child who burst into my cave, it's dangerous to go alone without protection. Have a sword.
Your motivation is fucking dementia?
No, but like that was the original idea with the characters. I wanted to have a different take on that, where it's like instead of giving like any small child or teenager or whatever a child.
He's the grizzled war vet who gives a baby a gun and goes, "Here, kid, you've earned this."
I was like, all right, what's a way to twist this? I'm like, well, he could give swords to those who deserve it, and take the lives away from those who don't deserve anything, but death.
Well, then why does he think that some people don't deserve to live, and how does he have the right to decide that?
The right for that was the swords that he found in the Feywild. That he thinks, at least. There like it wasn't anyone that. I haven't really fleshed that part out either. Because like I said, a lot of this was literally just, I want to make a character that's based on this. What can I do with this? And I kind of just fly by the seat of my pants.
I mean, I kind of feel that. Like, Shula was originally, or Alexandria. I don't know what to fucking call, because like one of her names is like a fake name that she went by. Her, like, the entire purpose of her character was just me getting my fucking anger out. Like, and it's weird to say that with a wizard. You'd think like that'd be a barbarian, but like
magic is very compelling.
Fire magic, and just the idea of simultaneously being so angry but being so small and helpless to actually do something about it really resonated with me. Well, I also really like Fireball. Fireball's really cool.
Don't fuck with the white mage, or just don't fuck with mages in general. Yeah.
Fireball.
I guess I should just give the overall story for him. You kind of get a two-parter because it's the early parts of it is intertwined with the Rohorns. I think I told Josh all of Rohorn's backstory, or at least I think I have. I'm not 100% sure if I have. Huh? Oh, I thought he yelled at me. It's like, no.
That was a very conveniently timed yell.
Yeah. But,
You did tell me wrong.
Yeah, okay. I told you, like, even beginning, even the part with Saul part?
Yeah.
Okay.
I exist when you make these characters.
That's fair enough.
There is nowhere left to run, and the pack closes in.
But basically, he was pretty young when their forest got trampled down by an army of demons, with a devil at their helm, pretty much. Because obviously demons are kind of all brute strength and not really brawn, but they kind of need someone leading them for war tactics. And I've never really I was like, well, whoever fucking runs with these characters in that world will probably need that. Which is part of the reason why I never brought this part up with you, because it's like, I don't think this is your world. Mostly because I hadn't really thought about when it would be or not.
If it's in a forest, then it's probably not in my world.
Oh, but
there's
that
only
last
like
forest.
There's only like one big one.
Yeah, and the elves apparently live there. Those
and
fucking
other forest creatures. Are furbolgs?
Furbolgs might not even exist in your world because you've never told it.
Furbolgs are mountain folk.
No, they're not. Furbolg are no. Those are Goliaths.
Oh, right.
Furbolgs are literally all fucking. Oh, what the fuck happened there? Are basically giant, like the gentle giants of the forest. They're basically the Bigfoot race.
Oh yeah. They're.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big old cow people.
Well, if it got burned down, then yeah, you're not in the world.
Right. Well, I don't know if the whole forest got burned down. Like I said, I left. I usually live world details except for like what happened up to the DM. What?
Yeah, I don't think it would be in this world. What realm then would you think it would be in?
I'd have to ask that between Jacob and Josh.
Hello.
Hello.
Jacob's here.
Hello, Jacob. Yeah, why don't you ask him?
Josh is in the other room, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Basically, Justin's been asking me details on Rohorn's Saul's backstory, and I haven't had details really because most of his backstory didn't pertain to his world, since he travels around a lot and he's basically the Fey police, being Horizon Conclave.
Okay.
What plane would have had an entire forest filled with furbolgs get burned down by a horde of demons with the devil at their helm?
Well, any realm with a forest. Are you asking which is most likely?
Which, basically, what realm would Saul and Rohorn come from? Because technically, I would, in all honesty, technically, because Rohorn never would have left the realm. Because
Yeah, so it could just be
it might just be Josh's, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it could be Josh's realm.
I think his was the realm of light.
I think so. Which is very ironic that it got burned down, that by one of the forests got burned down by demons. But basically, the only reason why Saul was able to get out and survived nothing happening to him and not knowing what happened to his family is because he was young and let's see, and the fact that Rohorn pretty much threw him into a Feywild portal as he got captured, since Rohorn's the older brother. And he got picked up by the satyrs. That's part of it too. Is like who taught him how to fight and everything. The satyrs were the ones who taught him how to teleport around and fight like a madman.
Satyrs are fucking crazy.
So that's how he learned to teleport and fight the way he does, is because of the satyrs. And
another
basically,
good realm will be just the realm of the forest.
Yeah.
Or because it's basically the planet is just basically different types of,
forested areas. Mm-hmm. And in all honesty, I don't really care if Rohorn found a way off of his original plane, because in all honesty, planetary travel isn't that hard if you know the right people.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, now that I think about it, I'm trying to think where my character would have come from.
Rohorn knows the right people.
He might.
Like,
Saul knows. I don't know about Rohorn. Rohorn's a blood hunter.
Rohorn knows.
Because I just said, it's like, I don't know where my character would have come from. Because like my whole thought process is, well, he fell out of a dungeon. Because that can happen.
That's when you go the lazy fucking amnesia route and make the DM do all of the work for you.
You see, the thing is, I like Irby, and I don't want him to that.
And Justin would absolutely make you regret that.
Oh yes, he would.
You were a nice man, but now you're a slave owner.
Work too well because he knows how to make guns. He knows how to make a bunch of shit. So it's like,
I'm sorry. What?
I think my visuals are bugged, Rage.
Why is that?
It says that all of my sockets are filled, like all 7 of them, but I can still keep filling it.
Oh,
he probably came from like the realm of war or conquest or something.
Jacob,
like
I have a great idea. What if you just lived in a junkyard for magical items that like no longer worked, but like all of the raw magic leaking out of everything made you fucking sentient, and made you like a big fucking like human rat, like a fucking stupid.
So basically, they're just magical items that their effects were.
You know what? I think I'm gonna kind of go with that because
oh my God!
Let's be real. The realm of war would probably have a lot of bodies laying around.
Oh yeah.
So there'd be a pretty decent. There probably is a junkyard like that laying around.
Or even
We're going
better,
with that.
you ate enough fucking casters that you you fucking got the magic in you. Like, you ate
Magic in me.
Which would work because they high metabolism, eat a lot. Because it's a fucking giant ass rat. What do you expect?
And if you consume the body of a spellcaster of a certain level, you gain back a spell slot.
Jesus. But yeah, Rohorn's backstory is a lot more fucked up than Saul's was. Saul just doesn't really know what happened. He just knows being woken up in the middle of the night with everything burning, then getting thrown into a tranquil forest for until he was an early adult.
Okay. Does he remember Rohorn?
He would remember his younger brother. He would probably not recognize who Rohorn is today,
Okay.
or his older
He
brother.
would remember that he would have one.
Yeah, he would remember that he had one. It wouldn't have fucked with his memories. It would just be the fact that he doesn't really understand what happened that night. Besides the fact that there was a fire and that he was thrown into the Feywild.
Yeah, and that's why Bahari and Rohorn were so close, because she had a very similar thing where like I mean, it might have been the same band of whatevers, but like her entire village was destroyed by like her entire druid order was destroyed by a demonic force, and she just kind of, like, her mind, she was too young to comprehend that much carnage, and her mind just kind of broke.
And that's why Rohorn picked her up and basically fucking.
That's why she screams when he leaves her alone.
And he fucking ripped himself through the fucking things to go pick her back up and join the party back.
Yes.
That was an interesting moment in that campaign.
Yes.
Well, but basically after those few years and training with and running wild in the fucking forest, and kind of learning kind of about morals but not really understanding them, went and found the swords, like literally swords in the stone, in like in a place that he'd been warned by the satyrs not to go to. But of course he was raised by satyrs, so he didn't listen to the satyrs.
Contradiction.
Karma. And
paralyzed
I hadn't really decided whether or not somebody's like, all right, you're the keeper of these blades now, you would get the responsibility of them, and he's like, what? Or whether or not he's just like, all right, these must be important for something, and then just after a few years of traveling with them, decided that humanity had so much corruption inside of it, or society as a whole, because like everything that he's seen in the forest was pretty much cut and dry. Like either you were good or you weren't good in the Feywild. You were a trickster, you were nice and kind, or you just tried to destroy the world. So he's like, all right, I probably can use these same levels of understanding in the other world and try to clean up society a little bit. Not really understanding that that's not exactly how this shit works. And basically honing his skills and understanding of what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable in different societies. And that's kind of where he is now. It's still not perfect, and like he still sees things very cut and dry.
He is so deeply flawed.
Oh yeah.
As a character.
Like
mental fuck up.
Yeah, he's sort of like he reads very much as a traumatized child. Like he has very, very childlike morals with how like black and white he is.
But that also comes into play with the fact that Feywild is very much a black and white style thing. Either you're nice or you're an asshole.
I mean, it's black and white in a very abstract way as well.
Mm-hmm. All needs to be understood. Sword kill bad guy equal good. Batman say if you kill a murderer, then there's still the exact same number of murders. Not if you kill 3 murderers.
If you kill a murderer that only has killed one person, then
the number of murderers in the world stays the same.
Exactly.
But that's boring. So you know, who gives a shit?
Gotta
No.
kill more than one.
But if I kill more than one,
Or kill only serial murderers. You know, people that actually are pieces.
or people in power who get people killed, or people in power who get people killed. You know, not to their own choice.
Political means.
Yeah, through political means, or you know, hanging a man's family because he wanted to get out of jail free for killing his own father. I was in the right with that one.
Oh yeah, I know.
And he warned him too, like, if there's nothing you want me to find out that I would think is something that I need to, you know, take down for, that is my one and only contract clause. If there is something you don't want me to find out because I will kill you over it, do not hire me, and I will be less likely to kill you.
And plus, Justin didn't think about that until he was making season 2.
It's like... And he probably forgot about it too because it's been so long. He's like, yeah, no, he won't find that, will he?
Yeah, he won't know that. He'll just.
And then I killed him in 3 rounds, if that.
Yeah, I'm not the best at that.
He quite literally blinked and his head was gone.
Yes. And then burnt and buried.
D&D is like Darkest Dungeons.
I felt no reason to leave any evidence of his body. I killed I literally just committed regicide. That's kind of fucked. That is something that is kind of hard to get away with. Which is why he just get rid of the body.
Do it wrong.
Get rid of the body. Nobody knows it's regicide.
So I've been making this website called World Anvil.
Ah, World Anvil, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I talked a little bit about it. I can have these timelines, and one of them is the story so far, and it's basically important events that have happened in this world.
Saul solely kills the emperor.
Written as if it was written in a history book. So it says that Jeffrey killed him.
Oh, all right, because that's what we agreed to.
Yes.
Forgot about that. Is there any like sidebar like somebody scratched it on like, but that's not what happened because no one found his body and it wasn't it.
You got a reporter on the case or something?
Like somebody's like trying to piece together what actually happened and like what actually happened is scrolled in like the sidebar.
I mean, I could write it in there. I can easily edit.
I just think that
shit.
I think that would like Tasha's shit. It might be Tasha. Oh, I just think that would be interesting because like there's a lot of things that happen on in the background, mostly because of Saul.
I've been meaning to send you guys the link to this. So it also has the abilities of the stones.
Nice.
And I will put more of them on when you find them.
He has the rest of them written down. I was thinking about looking into World Anvil because I've been having a hard time keeping track of all the details, as was evident tonight as well. Is my internet going down? Because there's a lot of shit that just keeps respawning in game, and Damien just keeps jumping back and forth from the same place on it. Yep, there he goes. All right, but let's see. Where was I for the backstory? Or did you have any questions on it?
I mean, I think I have all that I really need.
Oh, I am back in the game.
That reminds me, depending on how busy Josh is, I really want to talk to him about, like, doing, like, my spells and my magical items, because, like, we've already talked about it once, but I've forgotten all of it, and I also have changed my mind on some things.
Oh, yeah, so Justin, you can... Oh, sorry.
I was trailing off.
Yeah. But Justin, so you want to know the book that I begged Josh not to open?
Okay.
Jacob, you have the description right there in front of you, right? Because I'm still playing Destiny.
Yes, I do. Would you like me to read it?
Yes, please.
Give me 1 second. I just gotta open it up.
I would love to hear this.
I'm playing a demo of a game coming out, but at this rate, the demo is not enticing me to buy it very much.
What game?
Outriders.
Outriders. I don't know. That sounds familiar, but I don't. It's not coming.
It's Destiny-esque.
Oh, I've seen people play. I think I've seen people start putting some videos out on YouTube about it.
Keeper of the Keys. Whenever a creature reads this book, they slowly fall asleep, then awaken inside the book. Living inside of the book is a half man, half dog, extra player being who owns a copy of every key in existence, and whose only entertainment is reading books. But several of the books available for him to read are unfinished, close to their ending. The party can enter the incomplete books to finish their stories. And should they finish all of the books given to them to complete, the Keeper of the Keys shall give them a key. Should they die inside a book, the person will simply be ejected from it rather than dying outright.
You have a sense of conviction.
The game's not gonna let me collect my loot because it keeps cutting me out of the game.
And that was the book that I was like, you know, Eden would really like doing a one-shot of that.
Dogman! Dogman!
Oh my god, what if Season 3 is one of those books? Just my campaign. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that'll connect our worlds!
I mean, I think we already did that with the Realm.
But like with Austin.
Yeah, like mine's the only one that I haven't fully connected in with you or Josh's campaign or Justin's.
Yeah, but we kind of at this point we kind of just stated as like, oh well, it's just its own shit.
Because you said that yours is in its own multiverse, not connected to ours.
Right.
Yeah, because we started at basically different places.
Yeah.
That and I have everything already planned out, or I have ideas planned out for all the planes already and shit.
Okay.
I would kind of be stepping on toes and shit.
Because I've been planning to connect with Josh's realm as well.
Ooh.
And I've already made connections with Jacob's.
Yeah.
I could connect with yours too if you.
I mean, it would not bother me any to do that. It would be quite interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't had any of those ideas yet. Maybe.
But yeah. I know there's a one shot that Eden's been wanting to play out.
I haven't been really working on it because I've been fried from
I know.
classes,
You're all good.
Yeah, I feel that. I haven't been working too heavily on my shit.
Yeah, I should really do some of my homework, but
yeah. But hey, since I'm not going to London, well, you really fucking hell. We can do. It could take however long it needs, and honestly, I think season 3 might be longer than season 2.
doesn't sound like we're kind of wrapping up in season 3. Yeah, you're probably right.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized I sent a fucking email to somebody and I did not check my email.
I have no other plans on what would happen. I knew from the beginning season 2 was going to be finishing the war, and season 3 would be to find the rest of the stone.
Because I know that Josh has plans for where he wants to go with his story, and he's already told Saul about it. And Saul told him like, all right, like he's told Zumi the exact same thing he told Jeffrey.
Oh, you mean when he wants to become a lich?
Yeah. Lich through getting a wish spell with the stones.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's done like as long as you don't do something in your reign, because with the time stone I'll be able to stick around. I'm gonna make sure that you don't do anything shitty. Otherwise, I will put you back in your place.
Like Slavar.
Yeah. Like Slavar.
But good luck destroying his phylactery.
Yeah, because I don't know how the phylactery is gonna work with his thing. Because usually the phylactery is the heart of an innocent child.
No.
No?
The heart of the heart of someone innocent or something.
It just
along the
has to
lines
be
of
something that you can inscribe runes into.
Is
That
it?
could lock
Yeah, like the phylactery in and of itself is not what's required to have that power. The power to split your soul is to do that.
There are certain things that are easier to use it with, or to make it out of, but
Yeah.
Josh wants to use it with the soul stone.
Yeah, so how do I break the soul stone? I'd assume I just need to disconnect him from the soul stone then. Quit looking away from me, you bastard. That's right.
Anywho.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a fucking teammate of mine. God damn it. To work with me in Destiny.
I can't wait till you guys start looking for the reality stone. That's gonna be fun.
Is it? Is it now?
Oh yeah, it is. I actually hinted about it in season 2, and y'all don't know about it.
oh, you're gonna have it passively affecting the area around it?
No. It's great.
Did he?
Even if that's what it was
Damien
gonna do,
here.
why would he tell us?
Damien, look at me. Look at me. Now throw that at the shielded units. At the shielded units.
The only hint you'll get is that I wrote a riddle for it.
When was it hinted at?
In season 2.
In season 2.
If I get specific, it'll be obvious.
I suppose. Because I don't remember, I'll be honest, I don't remember any of the little details.
It's been so long since season 2.
Oh, damn it.
Yep. I've had this riddle written for a long time now. It's great. And I just hope you guys can figure it out.
Have you tested it on other people to make sure that there aren't, like, solutions you didn't think of?
Well, like, it's like a... Like, the solution is in the riddle. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And I'll see if God has to step in.
I think we'll have to see the riddle again.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you're going to organically do that without giving it away.
I know exactly how I'm going to give you guys the riddle.
You're gonna have them revisit the area?
No.
Oh, is it with the book? Or, like, all the information I gathered from the library?
It will be part of that, yes.
Okay.
But not the riddle itself.
I figured not. Since we've already seen it, and we have not been to the library yet.
Yep.
Let's see. What other things, backstory-wise? Because I'm perfectly fine with expanding on his backstory, because, like I said, a lot of it was just ideas that I've slapped together and given form.
I'm gonna die.
I mean, what you gave me, I think I can.
Oh. Because I'm more than willing to get more or use more information as well.
Alright, we look quicker. Thank you.
I'm the last
Oh,
one.
God. This game has problems.
What game?
Griftlands, or what was it?
Outriders.
Outriders. Like buggy or what?
No, it's kind of a cover shooter depending on how you pull. Oh, okay, it's weird because so you get health by doing damage or killing enemies, yada yada, depending on your class.
Mm-hmm.
But like it can stutter pretty hard every once in a while.
Thing of is just a technology kind of thing where it's just too intensive.
It doesn't seem like it's very intensive. That's the thing. It
could be just poorly optimized.
But it's Square Enix.
Then I don't fucking know.
Poorly optimized is not the first thing I think when I.
Well, there's a first for everything.
Throw that over there.
Okay, where do I go?
Down.
I jumped down, and it didn't. It killed me.
Keep going.
It killed me.
Keep going.
Rage, if you say keep going again, I will shoot you.
How do you? Are you gonna shoot me if you can't catch up to me?
Oh shit!
Simple.
Y'all have
Just wait until it teleports me to you guys.
For season 3.
I mean, I guess like I said, the only thing I have is is there any information that I would have I will need to have for the information that I would have been given, or like is there like any secret or like thing I would have learned upon entry from the library where I have to, like, the library is special because it needs blah blah blah, like it needs anything or something, I don't know. It's mostly just the fact that you threw me off with your question of like would you have replaced the knowledge when you left.
Well, I was just curious if you would or not. You didn't have to.
The way you said, you were like, interesting. Bullshit.
Did I actually say that? I don't
yes,
know.
You did. You're like, interesting. I will keep that in mind. Like, should I be scared, or is there something I need to know about, or what?
Okay, I said okay. Just okay. That's what I said. You scroll up.
I swear you asked me in person.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, one of the questions I just said okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
God,
I honestly probably forgot.
Game.
I might not even use that information.
Okay.
Because what it's doing is it's telling me basically
I
just
will
keep jumping off this
get
fucking
you
cliff.
the information of the stones that you found in the library.
Okay. Because I probably still wouldn't make it out to be public knowledge. Like, I would still keep it just to Josh.
So yes. And I'm thinking, you found the last of the knowledge that you needed. Then you got to Zoomerton Fieldville. Then you could have told him right there, or you could have told him after the wedding. That's gonna be the start of session 1.
Wedding?
Yes.
Whose weddings?
The wedding of the couple that Josh had to figure out in session 1 of season 2.
Huh?
Yeah. You probably weren't paying much attention because you weren't there.
Then I wasn't paying attention because I was not there, yes.
Yeah.
That's very, very obvious. You couldn't pay attention.
I could not pay attention, you are correct.
I actually don't remember that either, Herbie.
Huh?
I don't remember that either.
Oh.
He's like, I don't remember this either. Huh?
Remember Josh was that one guy was like, oh, tradition, it's the way it has been, whatever.
Why do I remember why do I kind of remember that? And apparently I wasn't there.
Well, your character was not there, yeah.
Oh, my
Sounds
character was
vaguely
not
familiar.
there.
Yeah, your character was not there. Yeah, so it's gonna start with their wedding. You know, gotta clip the loose ends. Or tie the loose ends? Yeah, that's it.
Why?
Because I felt like it.
No, not you, Justin. Rage
know.
died.
Do you see everything that's around us? Just stay alive.
I'm gonna go shower.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay in the chat though because I want to come back to this.
Alright. Yeah, no, is there any information that you're wanting from my character? Like, Saul, why? Like...
Well, do you think he would want to,
Oh.
Do you think he, like, really wants to know what happened that night in the forest? Or would it just be like, you know, it happened, whatever?
I would say it's somewhere in the middle of that. It's like, if he just stumbles across it, he'd be very interested. But it's been so long that I don't know whether or not he would seek out for it, because it's like, it doesn't really matter anymore. It's gone and past, and he's definitely not in the same realm as it was. Otherwise, he would have heard about it from, like... Oh, shit. You know?
Yeah.
It's definitely something... It's definitely more of a reaction rather than it being on purpose.
Okay. Really?
I like how Justin's basically just taking notes at this point.
That's what he's been doing.
I have my notebook, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Kirby.
Yes.
So I pretty much have, like, when I look at my character, I think I have all, like, the magic items I want, pretty much.
Okay.
So, basically what my character is going to do is he's going to try and look for plans and stuff in some of the old ruins so he can make better weapons.
Watch that debris.
So I'm going to be playing into the tinkerer aspect a lot. Trying to craft shit.
Kleptomania.
Yes, the Kleptomaniac crafter. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it works, I think.
Boom!
Back to the drawing board.
Oh, shit.
So, that'll be interesting.
There we go.
What race were you again?
He's a rat folk.
I'm Skaven.
Rat folk.
I'm a big fucking rat.
What was his name?
Shrapnel. Thank you, Eden.
Shrapnel. Okay.
Yes, I have made this character specifically to put as many bullets down range as I possibly can.
Okay.
Love it.
We've got her on the run. Keep it up.
I can't wait for season 3. Can't wait. I'm not ready yet, though. Don't even have all the powers for the stones yet.
I can't wait to get my next power.
Yeah! And Eden also has Portent. So I have 60 20s to worry about. Yeah, but I'm sticking with it. Probably in the next couple of years you would get time stop. Don't know what you would do with that, but you know.
Probably just make his job easier.
Yeah. And then eventually being able to bring other creatures into the time stop as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe time loops in the future as well.
That would be that'll be resided for the people that really piss him off in combat, like the person that held person to him.
Yep.
You get a time loop
he
of
was-
me shoving my swords
Yeah.
deep down your throat.
Yeah. Because those guys are technically immortal. He was there in season 2 as protecting Jeffrey in the
Which guys?
Death Knights. They're technically immortal. They come back.
Shit, I got knocked off. Was that who it was when we started?
Yeah,
it was
a
a.
Death
Di-
Knight.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Good. Good.
Yeah, and he was there.
Good. I'll keep that in mind.
I have no idea. He'll probably be at Jeffostopolis, which you guys probably will never visit. Honestly, thank God. I don't want to design that.
I mean, the only reason why I would
was
is to get information from them.
From like Jeffrey.
Yeah. Like, hey, you remember when we saved your lives? Like, we need a little bit of information.
He has a sending stone with Josh.
Fair enough.
Well, this guy. Yes, okay. Let's try this.
Did you
again.
think of an idea for the tattoo?
I had not, because
If
I was
you
like,
had-
because the main reason why is because depending on how easy it is to break the connection.
Death.
It's just death.
Or like maybe a remove dispel magic at like it was cast at 9th level, so it had to be a 9th level dispel magic.
Then, in all honesty, I don't know if Saul would accept the tattoo.
You won't even get it?
Just because of the deal that he put in place with Zumi. In any case that he goes off the rails and he feels like he needs to kill him, I lost connection to the game world. Why am I having such shit internet?
So, is this official? You do not want the tattoo?
If there is not a way for me to like, because I know there's some things with that, like if you have a magical weapon, you can slice the tattoo and it'll destroy the rune. But if that's not the case, then he would probably refuse having the tattoo. Because in all honesty, it's not worth the risk. Because part of it is the fact that you know where where each other are, right?
No.
No?
We can only communicate.
It's only communication?
And when another member dies, it will burn it. It will burn you. So you know that one of them died.
I still don't see the point in that. Like, or Saul wouldn't see the point in that.
Okay.
There's easier ways to communicate.
So just Genesis and Doomy gets it then. And Panmar.
Mm-hmm.
I always forget.
I'm
Sorry,
not gonna
Dustin.
lie. He kind of is almost never there either. Like he's not there all as a character, you know.
Yeah. He has literally no backstory. Besides being an ambassador to the elves.
Did you get kicked out too, Damien?
Yeah, after I got the loot, I got kicked. I got the Trinity Gall.
Oh, so you you finished it?
Yeah.
It didn't even let me get anything then.
You were kicked out halfway through the mission.
Halfway. It was literally at the end.
Well,
So-
halfway through the final boss fight, you were
Yeah.
kicked out, and then during
Then
the
it might
final
not
chase,
be
you were
worth-
gone, and then during
Josh getting the tattoo anyway.
If it's just Genesis, it might be worth it just for Genesis.
Yeah. But then if it's just those two sending stones.
The only way he would be willing to do it is if he has a scroll of remove magic or dispel magic at 9th level, which is probably incredibly hard to come by.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, Borgone.
Yeah.
Can
Can
he put spells into scrolls?
I'm pretty sure anyone can. It just costs money according to the game because they want to limit how much you can just go. I want to put this spell into a scroll because scrolls don't consume spell slots. Go. I want to put a 9th level fireball in this scroll. Next day, I want to put a 9th level fireball in this scroll and just have fucking 10 9th level fireball scrolls. That's the reason why they can't. They just don't let you do that.
But his best friend is literally ruler of half the world, so.
So that would be the only case in where he would tentatively accept the tattoo. Otherwise, he would not think it's wise, because we don't know anything about the magic. It was used by Borgone. I have no idea if he has no idea if Borgone will use that against them in the future. There's just a bunch of shit that does not work with that.
What do you think?
All right.
It would definitely be a situation of, I'm going to drill the fuck out of Borgone to get the answers I want, whether or not this is actually, not going to bite us in the ass. And then if it's not going to bite us in the ass, I still want the 9th level scroll. This removes thing, I need to go talk to the spider to get some glimmer, Damien.
Alright, I just had to do one thing real quick. I need to fix.
So I guess that's up to you, Justin, on how you want to run that. Because me as player doesn't know if there's anything that you kind of need the three of us to have that, or at least some of us have that.
It was just the deal that Josh made with Borgone.
Because
I don't think you were there. I don't remember.
I don't think he was. No, because he was hiding out in the thing. Except for the conversation with Jeffrey. Until then, he was alone in the cabin watching the corpse that he was burning.
Right. So, I mean, you can gladly deny it. But in order to recast the spell, all the members have to be there together. Because it's basically taking it off and then putting it back on.
Well, I'm assuming that if I'm taking it off, I'm severing ties with the party.
Yes.
Or at least Zumi. Which in that case...
It would be with everyone.
Yeah, it would be with everyone. But, personally, it would be with Zumi.
Yeah.
But, actually, it would be with everybody, yeah.
Yeah. You could just be like, hey, Genesis, I don't got beef with you, but I do Zumi, so see you later.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because Genesis at this point, the reason he's keeping ties with Zumi is because, he is a good asset, and he's trying to build a literal fucking city that will, survive and thrive.
And Saul is just a complex person. And right now he feels that Zumi is trying his best to have peace for the long term and is willing to help him to either the end of it or when he starts going down the wrong path to end him. And I've told Josh that before. I haven't told him the fact that he's not 100% sure he wants the tattoo, because part of his job description is being absolutely paranoid about some stuff like that. Can this be used against me to make sure that I can't complete what I need to do to get the job done, sort of thing? Which is a high possibility. He doesn't know if compelling magic goes through that thing. Because if magic can compel him through that,
A quality accessory.
that's kind of a problem. Right?
I'm back. Are we talking about the communication tattoos?
Yep.
Yes.
And whether or not they can be used for compulsion magic because they're technically a form of communication?
Mm-hmm.
Your righteousness
Cool beans.
extend to commerce.
Compulsion magic.
Or enchantment, I guess.
Like, compel, like charm person shit. Because
Like
we are magically linked mentally. How do we know that the Mind Stone, for instance, wouldn't be able to affect all of us at once?
You gotta have the contingencies, basically.
Oh, you have an eye for craftsmanship.
Which is part of the reason why he's like, don't know if I really want to do this. Oh, wait a second.
You know that Zumi is in possession of the Mind Stone.
Mm-hmm. Which is part of the... I don't know if I want to...
To use the Mind Stone, it has to be connected.
I also added one ability to the Mind Stone that it didn't have previously. Because this makes it completely obvious, like, why didn't I have it before? The ability in the Ring of Mind Shielding.
Why are you trying to sleep on the couch with the lights on?
Because I've been up for 28 hours.
Why are you sleeping with the lights on?
Because it doesn't matter at this point.
What you were saying? I was interested in what you were fucking saying. Someone fucking start talking shit.
What was I on about?
Justin was saying something.
Oh, Justin said something, yeah.
Yeah, I did add one ability to the Mind Stone that it didn't have previously. Because it'd be obvious that the Mind Stone would have it. The Ring of Mind Shielding, it can prevent people from telepathically connecting with you, unless you choose.
Would the tattoos bypass that, or?
Well, you would allow the tattoos that communication.
Fair enough.
Rage?
What's up? Yeah, I left the fire team so I can go back to the tower.
Oh, you could have just told me I was done.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like there's a decent chance my character would try to like take this from Josh.
The Mind Stone?
Yeah, because
26 intelligence.
In like all the things that it provides are things that he would find really useful, really valuable.
It's also the fact that Josh has had the Mind Stone for what, a year and a half now, if not longer.
6 months.
6 months. Okay.
Yes. It's only been 6 months since the end of season 2.
Okay.
Which is why you're only getting one ability, but other reasons also. Because I didn't want it to be another full year.
Slurp, slurp. Jesus. That sounded painful. I'm not kidding. That sounded painful. What the hell?
Yeah. I just can't wait for season 3. I think it's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
I just hope the threat is like actually big enough for you guys to need to find the stones.
I mean, we're planning on getting stones anyway, because that's what Zumi is wanting to do.
Yeah. Like, I wanted to give a plot reason instead of just a character reason. And a selfish... I mean, not really selfish, because he'd want to bring peace, but, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
I mean, peace is a subjective thing, and to some degree, the desire for it is selfish.
I mean, that's the whole thing. That's the whole flaw with fucking Saul, is that he wants, like, he's trying to go for a better society as a whole by weeding out the shit people.
My lip is bleeding so much.
Well, on the other hand, there are societies that are entirely based off of shitty people, but it's how they are. It's how their society is run. You take out those shitty people, the whole society can collapse pretty quickly.
You just described capitalism.
Hey.
Exactly.
And also the fact that he's literally killed the was he a king or an emperor?
Jeffrey?
Yeah. No, not Jeffrey. Jeffrey's not dead.
Eververse has the goods.
Oh, I get it. I missed what you were talking about. I got distracted. Slavar?
Yeah.
I guess technically
King, right? Because he was going to inherit it anyway, right?
Yeah. Well, he did inherit it, yeah.
Well.
How do you stop bleeding?
Put pressure on it.
It's my lips.
Suck on it. Suck it dry.
Because that'll also put pressure on it.
But then I can't talk. That's one of my favorite things to do is talk.
Then suffer.
Well.
Fuck you! Go fuck yourself.
Oh, I could have made a comment there, but I'm not going to.
Oh, make it.
Blowjob your lips. That's what that's what Weeb said.
That was not gonna be my
Weeb!
comment.
I know what it's technically not illegal for you to say shit like that to me, but like it feels illegal, so fucking don't.
Blowjob the lips. Eat the poo-poo.
I'm trying to re-download Origin, and all it's doing is taking me to different, increasingly more obscure search engines, with their results for Origins.
Eden, just start up a game that has Origins on Steam, like Titanfall or,
Damien, I don't have any of those games.
Also, how is she supposed to start them up if she doesn't have them?
Actually, on Steam, it'll auto-download it.
What?
It'll automatically download Origins. That's the thing. Several games that need Origins, if you get them on Steam, they will just download them on Origins.
Yeah, but that would mean that she'd have to buy Origins.
No.
Origin is free.
Or no, buy the game.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Origins is.
Origins is EA's.
The shitty required thing that you need to run EA games through.
Oh, I don't get EA games, so I'm kidding.
Good for
Well,
you.
there is an EA game that I do want to play with you, Justin.
Unfortunately, I am a white girl and I love The Sims, so.
But the game is. Okay, what was the name of the game? Fuck. It's basically you have to break out of prison with two people.
Oh, that game! I always wanted to play that game.
Yeah, A Way Out, A Way Out. And
always wanted
then
to
you have
play
to
that.
survive through the whole story, and it's like one person has to track the guards while the other
Arm
person
wrestling
keeps after-
simulator.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Game Grumps played it.
Yeah, arm wrestling simulator.
You didn't think you should drop out of college so you don't go bankrupt and do the standard indentured service for the military? I mean, yeah. That's a lot of the reason why I didn't continue going to college. It's a lot of money.
About going to college next year, but
I can only hope that things have gotten so ridiculous now that it finally lowers by the time my kids have to go to college.
oh no, it's only gonna get more ridiculous.
Well, then
Or
it's
that
gotta stop at some point.
The
It's reaching a point where nobody can even with loans, like it's impossible.
The problem with it is like the more that the government has to intervene until they tell colleges to stop overpricing their shit, the colleges will just continue to raise the prices.
Yep.
Even if the government continues like, all right, then we'll give out this much loan.
Yeah, they need to actually go to the source and be like, hey, you need to fucking stop. And they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. My first year at St. Mary's, tuition was $34,000 a year, and next semester it starts at $39,000.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Unfortunately, college is really kind of a scam.
Yep.
It's kind of a scam, but it's also kind of necessary.
It's a scam that is preached to us as necessary.
No, like it is even in certain
then
job
when we do go,
you need it.
And we don't get any help.
Yeah, it is necessary to a lot of people, and even if you do get a college degree, sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes that still isn't enough.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
Because fucking
capitalism fucking sucks. So many people talk about how badly communism sucks, and then
there's goods and bads to both.
Communism has its problems, and it does. But every time someone tries to explain to me why they hate communism, they just start describing late-stage capitalism. They don't even realize it. You know, people are so brainwashed that this is like the only way to do shit because, you know, the Cold War made us swing real hard one particular way, and also, oh god, Austin, I forgot to tell you, be careful walking barefoot around
Josh told me.
Around the cat.
Josh told me.
Did he tell you how it happened?
Andrew apparently made a very funny joke.
I was in the middle of eating an orange, and the orange juice went like up my nose, and it burned really badly, and I dropped the bowl, and it shattered. It was, it's ceramic, so it like breaks into a jillion tiny pieces.
That's kind of why I want to live in Alaska. Because then you can be. Alaska has a pretty low standard, low money wise standard of living. There's usually a lot of
people have to hunt for their own shit, and they're back in like the fucking dark ages where if you get sick, then you're absolutely fucked. Or if you get injured, like anywhere close to, like, if you get injured with it like outside of like sight distance of your house, you're dead. Like and I know that there are towns in Alaska, but I know damn well that's not where you want to live.
No, I'd be fine with living in or at least very close to a town.
I also detest winter and have really bad seasonal affective disorder. So the amount of the complete lack of sunlight that I would get, I'd Kermit unalive within the first couple of years.
You'd get a couple hours of sunlight.
Well, one thing that I like about Alaska.
But then in the winter, days start getting longer again. So
we'll talk on this conversation.
Huh?
On this conversation, me and my mom were talking about how people are getting butthurt about the Dr. Seuss books or whatever.
Huh?
Did people not know that he was like? How did people not know that he did like racist World War II propaganda? Like
everything has racist shit. Like
that's a Google search away, honestly. And also, you can't fucking cancel him. He's dead, and he's been dead for a while.
That's like when they try to cancel Genghis Khan.
Yeah. Also, that was hilarious. Also, another thing is that his political views, and his political comics, changed over time. He became more liberal and more outspoken against racism and stuff like that. Which, obviously,
but Twitter doesn't like character growth.
They don't like complex shit.
Twitter doesn't like anything that's too complicated. Let's get
we were talking, and I was like, yeah, I really wish someone would hurry up and get that spaceship shuttle to the moon going already. I mean,
you know that all the rich people are going to go to Mars and leave us to die on Earth. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh, and then there's actually going to be the people that actually kind of care about this shit and actually are trying to do good shit.
I forgot my Steam
Why I want
password.
Neuralink to fucking survive and get through this shit, and I want it to fucking, you know, thrive.
You can always reset the password.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Actually, I think it might start out interesting.
What's up?
Because there won't be enough facilities on Mars to keep those rich people interested.
Alive.
And
I know.
interested,
Or alive.
alive, yeah.
So they're going to take a select few of servant class who are going to be, you know, if you've ever read iRobot, like certain level of servant class that are going to be completely beholden to these rich people and below them, but above those people on Earth. And so it's going to create like the new lower, middle, and upper class, which will be astronomically like different in terms of income and living.
Oh, and then
Welcome to Outer Worlds.
Probably kill
Yeah.
them.
Oh, Outer Worlds is a very, honestly, I think it's a very realistic future.
I'm just waiting until eventually that happens, and then eventually the lower worker classes on those planets eventually rise up and kill the rich people.
Eat the
Woo.
rich. Yeah.
Eat the rich.
I mean, am I wrong? Because it's like they don't
I
need
mean-
the rich people after a certain point.
You ever think about the fact that the wage disparity is significantly larger now than it was when they started the fucking French Revolution? When they were dragging people into the streets and murdering them?
Ah, the good
I
old
mean,
days. Those people were
French-
sophisticated.
Yeah, the French had it right, man.
Yeah, what did we do? We spilt some tea.
Actually, what we
Fucking
did,
decapitated.
that would have been years upon years worth of tea, because instead of tea bags, it was in like those concentrated bricks.
Yup.
And so we threw away like centuries worth of tea
Oh yeah.
into the harbor, which could not have been good for the local fish population.
They turned British.
The fucking
Oh my god, we started British in my dialects class, and I fucking love it. I can actually do it.
which one?
Standard British.
Ah, so like,
more,
so like
Cockney?
hand- so like
High
Oh,
handless British.
high class.
It's the high class.
Well, not high class, but like not Cockney.
Cockney is later. We learned that later.
Yeah, Cockney is.
Probably because
is,
Cockney's
like-
kind
Low
of,
class.
yeah.
Definitely low class.
I love how it's considered low class.
Well, it's
What are you, Cockney? You're uncultured.
It's for the same reason that we consider Southern accents to be like to sound more uneducated, because we associate it with poorer and typically more uneducated regions. Of course, it's a lot more complicated than that.
Yeah.
but, you know.
The mountain southern definitely more so.
Mm.
I mean, like, yeah, with like everyone's like, yeah, Joe Biden's gonna fucking give us.
That fucking moderate isn't gonna give us jack fucking shit. Fence-sitting coward.
Yeah, and also the fact that he's ever since Democrats have fully taken over the House and the Senate, literally they've been forcing everything their way or the highway.
Well,
Every single time.
well,
That's
that's what
the
that's what
beauty of the
Republicans-
two-party system.
Yeah, that's what Republicans have been doing too, and it never,
Yeah.
like, regardless of who's doing it, it never fucking works for anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, immediately, the Democrats, to get elected, is like, all right, we're going to give everybody $2,000 this
Yeah.
next year for
Yeah.
relief. And immediately after Trump the Senate came, rejected Trump's bill and instead pushed their own $600 bill for everybody. They're like, all right, now y'all are getting $1,400 next year.
To be fair, that was also Republicans. A lot of those were Republicans as well who refused to give people more money. Trump was in the minority with Republicans who wanted to give people more.
Then again, he probably did it just so people would get nothing.
Exactly. And
Everyone does things for a vendetta. No one does things for free
yeah,
anymore.
all,
Everyone is
politicians are
fucking
doing things as
assholes.
a game for their own power and favor. They're not doing things to actually help anyone.
If I was a politician, I would go and make. If I ever did go for president and get president, my first ever act that I would just instantly pass without even throwing it.
You have no power to pass anything. You're the president.
Yep.
Executive.
No.
No executive orders.
Order can only put it on the floor.
Yeah,
You have no power. Executive power has no power.
Yep.
Unless, of course, you share a party with the majority
And
of.
here's here's what needs to happen, but what is never going to happen. What needs to happen is term limits, like the presidency, for Senate and House representatives. But they are never going to vote for that because that makes it so that way they don't
have
actually
less power.
They have less power and they don't have to worry about their jobs. Because yes, they need before when they initially get voted in, they have to placate to the masses to make sure that they actually get voted in. But once they're in, they're in. No one's going to pull them out until their 4th year, in which they will placate the masses again. And people will forget about the 4 years of them lobbying for big drug companies and shit. But the problem is, like, because any power has to come from, like, any laws, everything has to come, unless it is something that is made by the judicial system, which in all honesty, because they also get their power from the president / the Senate / bill, everything, they're also not gonna fucking do it. There's literally no reason for them to limit their own power, so they never will. Even though that's what needs to happen to make our society more fair for everyone. Because then we'll actually get representatives that actually represent us and not lobbyists.
That's why we burn it to the ground and start over. Kill them all.
Yeah, I think America is simply too big for its own good. So I
we're
think
the
America
Roman
should
Empire slowly collapsing under its own weight.
Yeah, make it like 5 or 6 different countries.
You know, once upon a time, I think I would have thought that the doomsday preppers were crazy.
Honestly,
right?
they probably did amazingly during the pandemic. Except probably none of those people actually believe in masks.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Some of them probably are walking around with gas masks right now.
No, I mean, like, they're probably...
Either gas masks or nothing at all.
Yeah, there's no in between. It's either like they
Nope.
never left their house,
That's
or
right.
or
I
they...
have to go back to work.
Speaking of gas masks.
I thought you were already back to work.
I mean, I am, but I had the last 2 weeks off for the show.
Oh, gotcha.
Gotta go back to
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
Yeah, I told Cole that I will be on B-side alone. No one will help me. I will help no one else. I will do no red.
Going the speed of sound, fastest hedgehog around.
Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow.
3 weeks ago.
Like,
What? I just changed my password. What do you mean it's wrong?
Yeah, I know that feeling.
You know, there is this awesome website called LastPass. I mean, it's like a program type thing where it keeps all your passwords safe and secure.
The problem is I keep changing devices. Because my computer broke and now I'm on a new one.
Well, up until March 16th, it can work on any device. But on March 16th, you have to pay for premium to get it on multiple devices.
And that's how you kill yourself as an online business.
Rage, you want to play Sea of Thieves?
No, I'm grinding.
Boring. Fucking boring. Wait.
Nice.
Wait. Oh.
Hmm?
Did it? Nope, it did. It did say it changed it.
And I want it exterminated.
Fuck you, Steam. Fucking shit.
Jay, you ever see a Thieves?
I'm not a robot.
No, not tonight. It's getting a little late. Yeah.
I was just about to say, what do you mean it's getting late? And I realized it's
I
only
know.
1:30 in the morning, and you're normal and
work
I'm
in
deeply
security.
unhealthy.
I mean, I'm normally up this late anyway.
Yeah, me too.
God.
Usually because I'm doing homework. Speaking of which, I really need to get working on my final because it's a 4-page essay test.
Elevated levels of ether in that night. Strange. The worm is in.
Did one of y'all just fucking snicker at me?
I believe
No,
that
I
was
did
just
like a
So did I. I went.
like a 4-page essay. I'd rather drop
I
out.
would rather.
Drop out. I would drop out.
I thought you were laughing at me because you were like, I've had to write 12, and I was about to fucking kick your
No.
ass.
No, 4-page.
I will-
That's
I will come over
I
there.
consider dropping out of a class if I see a one-page paper.
Yeah. I will
I know,
come
right?
over there. I will, Justin. If you had been making fun of me, I would have come to your house in double
you don't
mask,
even know where I
double
live.
mask with double. I'd find it double mask with rubber gloves so that I could
I know where
safely
you live,
choke the shit out of you.
I've been there.
call me daddy while you're at it.
Fine.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Are you?
I think I'm getting off of Destiny for now, though.
Alright.
Coward.
I'll be still here.
Oopsies.
But like, I'm mostly gonna be doing probably some.
Buddy was on me,
That's like my favorite song. That's a lie, but like.
It's a good
It's
fucking song.
Yes, that is why that's why he said what he said.
It was. I had it in my Night of the Burning Pestle play. That was the last song.
Nice.
Oh,
Have you seen that video of a rodeo where the guy puts his boot up on the door, where it goes thumb, and then the bull busts through and
Body!
knocks him on his ass.
Oh my god.
Have you seen that?
No.
Hold on.
Finding the video. It's funny shit.
God, I miss the times in which in Mario Galaxy where you could make the moves for planets.
Hey, who's watching videos? I'm still streaming.
I wanted to make sure that it was the right
Copyright.
one.
Oh god, you're streaming? Oh god, everyone knows now.
I've never heard of a brood queen so close to the surface. Mission
No,
I think
what?
it's mostly
Don't
just
even mention
Weeb and Shadow that know.
Season 3 spoilers. I mean, not that I don't think I gave any spoilers.
Well, here's the other thing: is you have no. I don't. The most you spoiled was the fact that what's already happened.
So, no spoilers, except that session 1 will start with a wedding, but
There you go, Justin. I want to hear your reaction to this. It's only a couple seconds long.
Well, would I even like be in the picture by that point?
It's one of those ones that just gets funnier the more you watch it.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm sorry, what was that, Jacob?
Would I even be around at that point?
Don't you have to make a new?
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, you made your new
Genesis?
character.
Or your rat guy, Shrapnel?
My rat guy.
Because
I
haven't...
would
Six-
Genesis even be around? 'Cause
6
he's
months
probably
in, so
straight up
your Ratman probably would be.
build.
By the way, I just want to say, I want to take credit. I gave Jacob the idea for the name Shrapnel because it sounds like a
Yeah.
techie version of Splinter.
Ah, love it. Yeah, I haven't thought about how I'm gonna get you, or Alex, or Ko.
Okay, me is quite easy. You just drop a dungeon in front of the party.
We go
and I
down
walk out.
we go down an alleyway. A rat crawls out of a dumpster, pulls out a knife, and says, "Give me your money."
Oh, so we're not doing the same thing where I caught you anymore, and persuade you to work with us.
One of the things is, it's like there's no rapport with the party. It's like I haven't been. That character hasn't spent any time with the party, and I don't know how he would interact with the party basically midway through a relationship.
Right.
So it's one of those things of, because of who he is, it would work a lot better for me as a player if you end up discovering his ass. Because he is not a normal PC by any means. I designed him that way for a reason.
Come on, please, Steam.
Where can I put a dungeon?
Well, Irby, remember the dungeons in this realm, my realm, are literally things that have like basically fallen out of the fucking sky.
Yeah.
As far as anyone knows, because they just kind of appear and then disappear after a while. Because, like, the one you guys visited in my game is already gone. It's been gone for a while.
I don't think this counts towards your debts. I want a fair trade.
That wasn't the agreement.
Oh, there was no agreement. Little monster. Just consideration.
We feel free to go to sleep. Like, you don't need to feel like you need to stay up just to watch.
Seriously, kid, you're gonna kill yourself if you keep staying up this late.
Don't be us.
God, who are you talking
Don't
about?
be as unhealthy as we are. Trust me, you want to be healthier.
Don't pretend you're not part of this weed, Justin. You're up too.
I want to know who y'all are talking about.
One of the watchers of the.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a 16-year-old fan from Jamaica.
15.
15.
Jamaica.
Oh hell yeah!
Stop.
Jamaica. I knew a person named Jamaica once.
Okay, that's not where I thought you were going, so that's why I said stop.
Yeah, I thought.
Well, I think I was gonna say something racist.
No.
I thought you were
like racist.
Weeb is great.
Weeb is great.
It's always good to see Weeb around.
Weeb is fucking off.
No, Justin, I thought maybe you had skimmed over the fact that we said 15.
Oh my god.
I said skimmed over, and like you were, I don't know. I wasn't trying to insinuate anything, but I was insinuating.
Over this.
Please no, I like my ass intact.
Over this.
See, like we said, he's cool.
God damn it, Weeb.
But seriously, like, I don't want to do anything, even jokingly, that's like groomer behavior.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's. I don't know how I feel about that music being made at Groomer. Groomer.
Listen, look at Mario's fucking mustache.
Got it. Got that shit.
What kind of overalls does Mario wear?
Denim.
I remember that joke.
First time I heard that joke, I watched it over and over and over again for like an hour.
Yeah, me too. I heard it on Game Grumps the first time, and I just kept looping that fucking bit.
It was a clip from Game Grumps.
Yeah, because they just, like, the way they fucking burst out laughing afterwards is, like, it made the joke seem way funnier than it actually is.
Hey, Jacob, I forget. Did you play Cyberpunk at any point?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Mostly because it was still like $50, and I was like, and since I just bought all the Destiny stuff, I need to save my cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, you be financially stable.
Oh, well, I am financially stable. It's just that if I move out, I would starve to death.
Hi.
Hi. I'd rather be homeless than move back in with my parents, though. God, how many times do I have to change my password before you believe me that this is my password, Steam?
Just refresh the page.
I had to run away from a bullet.
How do I refresh Steam login?
Just close it out and then open it back up. Or, hey babe, make sure that you're using the right username.
I hit the wrong. Wow.
Oh, it's still the email.
Yep, that's what I want to double check.
God, what? I do that every fucking time. Every single time I log into Steam, and I never learn. I never learn. There it
Why I
goes.
double checked with you?
I am seriously. I've had, and again, I do all this shit where it sounds like I'm bragging, but I'm not trying to. Had like a fucking multiple college professors and a psychiatrist be like, you know, you're a really smart person, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like,
Whoa
shit,
there, bullet bro. Are you gonna actually hit the thing that I want you to hit? Yeah. Oh yeah.
God damn it,
What?
He said, you insinuated this, I only added coal. Alright, hysteria has woken my boner, I mean brain.
Stop! Stop, you were a child!
Okay, any other season 3 things?
In the name of the law.
Like I said, like I'm perfectly fine with fleshing out more of Saul's character because, like I said, I don't know anything. I've kind of just been playing him as a reactionary character at this point.
How many liberties am I allowed to make with my familiar as long as they're not like active, like things that affect the outside world?
My character was just an ex-crafter for someone until, you know, his entire workshop got, you know, taken to another fucking realm.
I'm gonna want that back!
Yes.
Wait, where are you going? God damn it!
Did you say something, Justin?
What do you mean?
Huh? Wait,
I
what?
don't know.
Wait, what did
It's
Justin
like-
say?
I don't know, you keep talking over him.
What do you mean by that, Eden?
Have you ever seen Kiki's Delivery Service? Her familiar is a black cat and he fucking talks to her and he's a sassy piece of shit.
I have not seen it either. And
Normally, your familiar can't, like, it doesn't specify that your familiar can talk to you because they're supposed to be just, like, base animal, like, very minor spirits. But I enjoy the idea of talking to a cat and no one else can fucking hear me. I mean, can hear the cat, and so I look like a fucking crazy person. But that wouldn't actually, like, you know, affect anything important or fundamental about it.
Can I make a slight change or a suggested change? The cat from Ghost Stories.
Yeah, that's actually also what I was thinking. Like, an extremely powerful demon bound to this really powerless little body, so it's just, like it had
Angry.
a lot of power. It's just, it had a lot of power at one point, but doesn't anymore, and is really pissed about it.
The only things I can understand that this would be is either a bitch or a ghost. Oh shit! It's a bitch and a ghost!
Like, oh shit, run! She's a ghost and a bitch! Have you ever seen Ghost Stories, Justin?
Nope.
11
Look
out of 10.
it
Highly recommend.
up.
You would love it. You would absolutely
Okay.
love it, I promise.
The thing with Ghost Stories is you cannot watch the sub. It is that.
Well, isn't there no sub?
There's no original
okay.
sub.
No,
There's no
the reason
original
why the dub is so legendary while the sub is basically ignored and forgotten is because they did not care what they did with the dub. They had full creative liberty.
Yeah, because they were.
Basically,
they were paid like nothing too.
the sub and the original story flopped in Japan, So they so they basically got the rights to show it and dub it for cheap. So they also didn't pay the voice actors, B-list voice actors at that, just fucking cheap. It's basically an abridged version of the show, because there's literally one scene where it's like we're not bad people, we're not going to hell. Hell's only meant for politicians and murderers and shit. Shit like that. Just look up on YouTube Ghost Stories funny moments. You would remember one thing where it's like, yeah, you would remember. You probably, if you ever watch any crack things, like crack anime or crack shows, like where people like replace the lines.
It sounds just like that.
Yeah.
It actually.
No, like I have seen undoctored like areas of it just fucking reposted as on the crack things. Like one of them being like
I know neither of us, but despite how much I love you, we could never be. Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black.
I remember seeing that.
You've never seen that?
No, I remember.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like,
Justin, all the
and in the meantime, the rabbit's like, touch me.
Punch me harder.
Touch me harder.
So you're asking for your familiar to be able to telepathically speak with you?
Like to me, it seems like he's speaking, but everybody else just hears.
Okay, so basically you understand its language.
Yeah. And like it wouldn't actually be useful in. I hope at least it wouldn't cause significant issues. Huh? I don't think it would.
I mean, it could be actually.
I think I'm actually going to make a backstory just to make my life easier.
Thank you.
I don't think
I'm going to want that back.
Most of it will be in another fucking realm, but
That's kind of why I didn't say anything with Saul's, because like
I just didn't know it was so juicy.
Yeah. Like,
especially with plans I already had in motion.
Voodoo, 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 voodoo.
I'm gonna go to bed and write a backstory in the morning.
So Jacob, are you planning on doing a voice for Shrapnel?
Yes, but that's yes, I'm gonna work on it.
I want to try.
I'm not gonna be very good at it.
Class with this one.
You want to do what with what now?
I want to try some of the dialects that I learned in class.
Yeah.
Not Brooklyn, though. I cannot do Brooklyn.
Hey, I'm from Brooklyn.
All right, all right, I gotta figure out how to do a Brooklyn accent. Just
Hey, what's the matter you? I'm from Brooklyn.
Eat the sandwich
Hey, I'm walking here.
This is definitely Brooklyn.
No, there's a time and a place for this shit.
Yeah,
No.
the ones that we are learning. We did Southern.
Southern's quite easy. All you gotta do is just kind of drop your jaw a little bit with everything you say. You don't gotta make it a deep Southern.
I
I
know how to do Southern.
You just gotta do a slight little bit. If you want to really go into it.
Let Justin do it. He's gone to class for this.
Yes.
Fuck, it's
Like, there are some vowels that you've gotta. Like the A. Put a
Just
little
draw.
slur.
I want to hear you.
Technical.
I want to hear you specifically channel Fox.
It is a relief to hear.
Miss Fox? Oh,
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I love how the Indians died.
What?
Wow.
This was in a greater context, and people started like laughing out of shock before she could actually finish her sentence. But but she said "I love" in the sense where she was saying, "I find it interesting how
That's not what that sounded like.
She was very well-meaning and very dumb.
Southern, Brooklyn. We're doing British now. We do Cockney, Irish.
Cockney.
The one that I would really like to learn to get it stuck in my head is Irish and Scottish, because I always switch off of it.
There are differences.
Yeah,
They're
I always
incredibly
fuck
different,
it.
and like you know that they're different, and like you can tell the difference like internally, but getting your mouth to like make that difference and not shift between them is kind of difficult.
Just like German. German is one that is very hard.
German is actually just like basically an English accent, but it sounds a little off.
You just do a lot more Z's, and I just went fucking something else.
Like you always slip into some sort of vague Slavic.
Just because I like Slavic a lot.
Oh,
Mostly
I love you too, babe.
What?
I said I love you too, babe.
What did I say?
You said you like Slavic. I'm 50% Czech.
Oh, gotcha. But no, it's part of the reason Xeno's voice is like it is partially because Eden hates the voice. Xeno has no idea what you mean.
Because you eat up the E's so much.
Austin,
I do
that
not.
reminds me so much of a certain video.
You also sound kind of like Borat.
Xeno has no idea what you mean, and what you're insinuating is frankly
very nice.
Both that reminds me of just a mix of both the typical Slavic, but also for some reason I keep getting the idea of just a little bit of Italian in there.
I mean, he is Elven.
Like this is why this video, gentlemen, I like bro.
A lot of it is just the fact it has been a very long time since I have actually played Xeno. Therefore, I have kind of lost a majority of my voice for Xeno.
And this is why at this point I've gone with my characters, like when I'm doing a character voice, I try to go for tone of voice rather than accent, because I tried to do accent with Sarai and it went complete because I'm not good at that like Russian, like Slavic type accent. Or accents in general.
You must learn how to enunciate in the correct pattern and way.
Like you know how.
Yes, I do.
Changing the vowels, changing the diphthongs, changing the consonants.
Changing your mother's ass.
I'm sorry. Change your mom's diphthong.
You even know what a diphthong is?
Yes, I do know what a diphthong is.
I don't know what a goddamn JPEG is.
Do I look like I know what a goddamn JPEG is? What?
But like when it comes, I can't do a deep south without like over enunciating things. But I can do
you
just.
got heartburn. You got get Prilosec.
Get Prilosec. That is
Prilosec.
shockingly close. That's how it sounds.
What you worship.
Nah.
No, that's not deep
Boom,
south.
boom, boom, boom.
You're done.
Get her done.
But it's fun.
You got heartburn. You got get some Prilosec.
If you want to work on accents, I can recommend you guys the book that we're using in class.
Oh, books.
I'm too afraid of failure to work on anything.
Books. I'm joking.
And like, I do understand how things are meant to sound in my head. Like, because I don't know, it.
Like I understand certain
music in a
things.
sense.
Like
I understand, and this is why I know that I'm bad at accents, because I know very
God damn
much.
it!
Like in
What do you
detail
mean
how
I've been
certain
returned to
things are
orbit?
meant to
What
sound.
the fuck?
Like I know how
Focus
things
on
are
the
meant to
24.
sound in my head, and I know I can't fucking do it. That might be interesting. I would love to be able to do accents, although I don't know what I would do with that.
Yeah.
I've been told I could do. I've been told by friends who don't know a whole lot about actual voice acting that I should do voice acting, but then they usually follow up with it with either as like in children's cartoons or in hentai.
Hi.
Oh, like Blake and the gang told me that I'd be really fucking good at hentai voice acting because Anicca.
I see.
I can't do it very well anymore, but like I can do a fair number of voices, but they're all like super high. You know, like Gur, Pikachu, Kirby, those. And that's kind of in the anime girl register.
Fair enough. Weeb said no, stop that.
Stop what? Yeah?
See, I don't like that either.
Why not?
Because you sound like a child.
That was my point.
For a minute there, I thought you did.
Bonk. I don't remember what.
We were talking about voicing. Like
yeah. I'm shit at accents. I'm okay at doing really
Oh.
annoying high-pitched voices.
It's gonna throw me out of the game again.
Wait, did you say you were good at really high pitched?
Yeah.
Annoying? Then you might like Brooklyn.
Okay. I literally
Fucking, of
only
course, now I
have
can't fucking do it. It doesn't sound right at
few
all.
places left to get the stars.
And of course, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, so I can't do Gur because Gur sounds wrong unless you scream it.
I have no idea what Gur means.
Invader Zim.
Invader Zim.
Oh, I've never watched the show.
You might like it. It's surprisingly dark.
Oh no, it's not surprisingly dark. It is insanely dark.
Well, surprisingly dark for a children's show. Which is to say,
Like
it's
Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
no,
It's
like
darker than Star Wars: The
no,
Clone
it's
Wars.
like
You put Clone Wars to shame.
it's dark in like an abstract humor way.
No, even in a literal way, it's dark.
Like
I mean, remember Oregon Harvest?
yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that comes like a lot of like some gross out humor stuff that's like really creepy.
Some that'll make you straight up almost
Like-
vomit.
Yeah, like body horror, like gross out stuff. Like it's not overwhelming, but it's enough for you to go like, children are watching this?
Hey, Damien, remember Brandon Ewers?
Yeah.
He used to watch that show. And therefore, I will not watch that show.
Invader Zim?
Yeah.
It's also unfortunately partially responsible for the large wave of random llama taco humor. Oh, you know what I'm fucking talking about. The like lol so random shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so you know.
Wow, okay.
You've seen Asdef movie, right?
ASDF, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, but with
kind of
body
humor,
horror.
but worse.
And Invader Zim, I believe, actually does it well. It's just that their audience was mainly children who didn't understand the nuances of that kind of what actually made that kind of humor work, because it's a very delicate balance. And you know, it's deeply absurdist, is what I'm trying to get at, and like children don't fully
always
grasp that shit. Absurd.
Absurd meaning there is no meaning.
Yes, it's very
There
nonsensically.
is and isn't meaning, kind of thing. Like
The
there's
meaning
meaning
is
for the episode.
The meaning
but-
is meaningless, if that makes
Exactly.
sense.
Halfway there.
Okay.
I don't know how much sense that makes. I'm making it sound way more sophisticated than it actually is. Can I just send you? I know I've been sending you so much, but can I send you? I'll just send you a fucking clip of Gurr and what I'm talking about.
Also, while you're there,
Gurr
go ahead and
almost-
send him a clip of Ghost Stories.
I already did that.
Okay.
Oh, you did? Oh.
Gurr is
Oh, yeah,
the
that's right.
most random character in the show.
Waffles!
It's because his brain is literally made of broken parts and chewing gum. Very literally.
Hey,
You might recognize what he looks like if you'd ever walked by a hot topic in like the 2010s.
It would have been maybe 2015.
God, why?
Again, sorry I'm
why
sending
isn't-
you so much shit.
Why is my game just lagging out so fucking bad? Like, everything's just been lagging like crazy today. As the things that I kill keep respawning.
Now here's a question for you guys.
Oh, alright.
You guys have seen Treasure Planet, right?
Treasure Planet is the best movie. Underrated at all time, and they killed it.
You all know what was worse?
I
planned a sequel, but because of executive turnover, like they were going from one to the other.
Well, not only that, but
Wrong
Treasure
time.
Planet flopped in the movie in comparatively.
Well, actually, they had a promise between one executive and the creators that if the creator worked on a set amount of movies, they would get to make two of any movies that they wanted to work on, and Disney would completely fund it. They even planned on making a show if the movies went out well, and they were Treasure Planet 1 and 2, and Treasure Planet 1 came out right
Yeah,
before
I know
the-
streams died.
right around the time in which Disney released a big blockbuster.
Yeah, they literally did it they did it
Between two big blockbusters and fuck the movie.
well that and they came out the exact same time that Star Wars one of the Star Wars fucking shows came out, or one of the movies came out. They literally released it against Star Wars. Of course, it wasn't going to do well in the box office. Disney quite literally tried to kill it because it was too expensive. They didn't want to deal with having to fund that, and
the second movie came out, or was going to come out, and then because of a new executive taking place and that promise not being there, that's what killed the second movie from ever coming out. Not because of the cost, not because of the massive loss, but because of
the cost was 100% for it. They used it, they'll use the fact that the executive didn't honor the deal, but it was 100% because of the cost.
No, it was just a new executive.
No. They will say that it was 100% because of the cost, because Disney hates losing money.
It was also because of the cost, but it was the newer movie was supposed to be the last script that they basically wrote for it. It was supposed to be Jim going to school and eventually trying to find his father. That was the whole plot.
And not a moment too soon.
And he would have to choose between his upstanding life and what was his name again? Cyborg. Silver. John Silver.
Yeah, Silverhand.
Anyway, yeah, he would have had to choose between Silver and the new character that they would have introduced, who was supposed to represent all good, then you would eventually change her so that she'd be less prescient for the rules and actually see things his way a bit more. So, yeah. That was basically what they were supposed to come out with, and it would have probably gone a lot cheaper compared to the first movie. Especially since how much of it was, how much of the program that they used in the first movie would have not even needed to be used. Holy fuck. Because they used the most expensive 3D rendering program and system that they could have just for the ships and a lot of the other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Since they had to send it from the 3D software people just to make the rendering. Then they had to send it to the people that were going to make the textures and the animations for it. And then they had to use it, send it over to the 2D artists to do little tiny details.
Like Silver's hand was fucking incredible CGI work.
That's not even the expensive part. The ships and the
Oh yeah, I know.
background elements.
No, his hand was still really expensive.
Oh yeah, comparatively to the rest.
But here's the thing. Once they have it set up, they don't have to pay for it again. Whereas with hand-drawn animation, they always had to pay for it frame by frame. Which is why they went away from hand-drawn animation.
The thing with the ships, though, was they still had hand animation, and they had to keep sending it to those people to keep drawing. Because, yeah, you remember that scene in Tarzan where he's sliding down the tree?
Yep, that was deep. That was the same technology.
Exactly. It was the same exact way, except for this time they had to do it throughout the entire movie, because, one, the moon, if I remember, was also used for this technology.
Yep.
The certain planets were used for it, certain areas were used for it, like the hideout. That was heavy on that shit because of how much hand-drawn animation is there. It was a 3D model. And I remember more. I know that there's more, because there was the one ship in the treasure that was, if I remember right, and I can't remember the last one. Fuck, there was one more. There was, and I know this.
Why a tank on Nessus?
Because the Cabal ain't met a problem.
The only moving one in the entire movie. The intro scene.
Oh yeah. Which by the way, movie fucking magic.
Watched him set the city on
I know, the intro scene, the transition shot though.
And watch
the
that
transition shot in the beginning.
So.
Animation
And they're still
at its best.
They're Cabal.
You cannot make that again.
All they know.
And
no one fights for nothing.
oh, if only if only it wasn't, if it was timed a little better, that thing would have fucking skyrocketed in sales.
That's why it's a fucking cult classic, and why Disney is always gonna be banging their heads against walls that they didn't continue on with that second one.
Oh yeah.
Because they know they've missed the boat, and they're not willing to go back and fucking do that.
If they did it again, they would have to hire the same writers, and those people are still probably a bit burned at the fact that they didn't get it right when they wanted to. So, yeah, they would basically have to start from square one and have to watch up and go back on that movie, and they don't want to do that, and they can't go back to the 2D drawing animation because that's so fucking taxing on them now, and holy fuck, it would just cause them more pain. But nowadays, with all that tech, it would be a ton easier to get it done. They could do so much more. It was pushing the boundaries, and it worked. But yeah, I'm talking about the one where you have to go through the construction and moving parts and gears. Flying to them. That. Oh, the other one. It was actually also the intro scene, the before the transition book. Because the big fight between them cost a lot as well. The two ships, where they were getting raided by pirates. I literally just watched a movie that I cannot remember the background character's name, so Johnny Silverhand.
Oh, you're talking about
It's Cyborg, and the pirate, the legend, the one that actually had Treasure Planet and died there.
That wasn't John Silverhand's ship,
No,
was it?
It wasn't, but it was a different one. The one Johnny was looking for the man.
Yeah, it's
But
I think it was like it's Billy or no. Not that it really matters.
It doesn't matter, but and also the promotions for the movie were absolute dog shit. The advertising.
Yeah, they literally gave away the entirety of the movie.
They gave away the final character they were going to introduce in the movie.
Yeah, they Ben, who did the fact that Silverhand was evil.
And they gave away where Treasure Planet was, all in the advertisements of a single ad. A single ad.
When we said
Why go watch the movie?
And when we say that they literally killed it, they quite literally killed the shit out of that movie.
It's like Disney in their all-knowing fuckery took a shotgun and took it out back.
Did they intentionally sabotage it because they didn't think it would do well?
No, they knew that it would probably do well because they literally, the deal was like, if your movies that you do for us do well, we will let you write a movie that you've been trying to pitch us for years.
2 movies, and that was the whole thing. They had them work on movies they knew would do well for years, and then they did 2 free movies for these people. But they didn't have to go back on that second one because money and because of a new executive. Fuck the whole Disney.
Because quite literally, the part, like a lot of the reason is they quite literally knew that this, because they'd already had a taste of how expensive this technology would be if this became as popular as it would have became, because they had a taste with Tarzan. They didn't like how much Tarzan they liked how popular Tarzan was. They didn't like how expensive the deep technology, or whatever it was called. I think it's like Deep Web or something like that.
No, it wasn't Deep Web.
That's where you get guns and child slaves.
But the big thing was, they didn't have to spend all the money on making that technology now. They had it on hand, and they could use it, and that was one reason why he wanted to move. Because he wanted to test his limits, and he wanted to push the boundaries, and he wanted to use that tech, and he really wanted to push the tech. And fucking God, it was.
Oh, come the fuck on! Stop it! What is with the internet? Like I can't do anything. Like I just keep getting disconnected. It's eating all of my fucking bandwidth.
But yeah, I have to say, if Disney went back to that experimental time and decided to do some more hand-drawn animations, God, I could see them making so much bang off of it.
But it's a skill that doesn't really exist anymore. And it's also extremely time-consuming and very expensive to pay people to do it.
You wanna know something that's even worse? Don Bluth's last movie. Oh my God. It was basically just Treasure Planet, but worse.
Yeah.
Not a joke. Okay, you guys know who Don Bluth is, right?
Kind of.
Don Bluth was one of the only animators in history
Bye,
to be able to
Justin.
compete one-on-one with Disney.
Bye, Justin.
This video right there. Anyway, I'm probably gonna. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be getting off then.
But here's the big thing.
Cause I'm.
Don Bluth. Have you heard of Secret of Nim? All Dogs Go to Heaven, and
Yeah. So he's the one who animated those.
he's the one that straight up made those. They were his babies, and like the lighting and the effects in Secret of Nim with the characters' eyes and how they wanted the Secret of Nim to go. Like it was such a fuck up in like how they were making it, because there were times where they would be sent. I think this was Secret of Nim, but they would be sent things. The musical director would be sent scenes that weren't even fully complete, and he would have to go on the phone and call and ask, "Hey, what's going on in the scene?" And he would have to write a song for that. That's, if I remember right, that was the right movie, but it could be wrong. It could be a different movie that I'm thinking of.
I'm too lazy to fact check you.
I swear it's that one, but it could be another one. But yeah, he was the one that wrote those. Or not wrote those. He did a lot of that shit. He was able to compete though on Disney level with Disney and go against them basically head to head, and was able to fucking deal with them and their shit. It was insane.
I went ahead and got put over a in the Discord channel. I put the
yeah, you put Treasure Planet video.
The Treasure Planet video that kind of explains everything about it.
I've seen it. I love it. It's a good video. Treasure Planet is one of those that's just timeless though, because they made it and they dated it, but they also made it well. Because the CG does not look bad. The only CG that looks bad is only around for like, if I remember right, 15 seconds, and it's just those background like sky whales or the space whales. That's it. The rest,
War, want it or not, is all.
it has that magic to it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end the stream here since Destiny is refusing to work with me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When did Weeb ask how did they spoil the movie? Just now?
Yeah, I mean, a bit ago, but yeah.
They spoiled the big twists. They spoiled the big where Treasure Planet was, because the whole movie was built around finding Treasure Planet and finding the treasure, and it was a redemption story as well as like a coming of age story, and they spoiled a somewhat important character's even reveal. They spoiled, and they also built up that character to be more important than he actually was in the advertisement, so they kind of misled the people, and then is the stream over?
No. Yes. Or no, it's still here.
Alright. But yeah, they fucked a lot of it. If they would have advertised the redemption part of the movie more than the actual ending, it would have worked. Like, start the advertisement talking about how much, or how the conversation, the beginning conversation in the movie about how she just wants him to come back to be that kid bringing in a pet and asking to keep it, and then cut immediately to where the movie cuts. Jim opening the door with the old pirate. Bones. Bones is the name. And then have the conversation, the argument, and then on the ship, boom, you have an ad. Immediately, you have a motive, you have intrigue, and you have all of it. You have it right there. Maybe throw in a few clips of them on the ship, but that's it. Do not overextend, do not overdo it. That's the big thing. That's all I had to say.
Yeah.
But yeah. They really fucked the whole thing.
Yep. See how far I can get in my 16.
Your warlock?
Yeah.
God, your warlock just... The fact that all the armor is still green.
No, it's not. What? It's not green.
The green quality?
Is it that far behind?
Yes!
Yeah, I am ending. Yeah. I was just working. Yeah, already 1292.
Like, you already know what the character's gonna do and how they're gonna get there. You don't have any tension throughout the whole fucking movie. And it sucks, because if they would have just not spoiled it and not thrown their hands straight into the fucking ring, guess what? They would have had a good movie. They would have had a few great scenes. They would have had shit that would have enticed the fucking audience.
It's because it's because they bungo.
They fucked it. And if they wouldn't have fucked it in the way that they did, I could have seen it going much farther than it actually did. But yeah, at least the movie got the reputation it deserves. It got that fan following.
Finally.
You know, after years. Those arms are better. Oh, no, they're not. Never mind. I saw the 73 and I thought they were.
I'm not doing arms anymore.
No, I saw the one. I saw that it was a 1-1 rather than a 1-2.
I know. I'm pulling over ships.
Oh.
You're like a few minutes behind. I'm not kidding. Yeah, pretty much. Disney's indeed bad.
Disney needs to learn their shit. That looks like a mage with a gun. Yes, yes it does. That's exactly what Warlock is.
They are. They're very delayed. So, with that, I'm going to stop the stream and I'm going to go to bed.
Night Rage.
I'm probably going to go grab my fucking... I grab my thing on the tower.